Hey there YouTube, MeigeGaming here again, playing some more League of Legends. Today I'm playing some Garen. What I will refer to as Wrecking Ball Garen because of my playstyle and the kind of kills I get and such. You shall see. Here you can see I'm starting out with a Dorn's Blade, and I have picked up my Decisive Strike first. Let's see where to start. Garen has been changed a bit in the past. He's gone through a lot of different changes between being more of a fighter, more of a tank, nerfs, buffs, back and forth. I think the state that he's in now is actually really good. He's in a really good position where you can get, you're really a fighter. You can get some attack damage, you can get some health, you can get some armor, and you can deal a lot of damage, use your silence, try and help your team out, use your ultimate, trying to finish off people who are low. Ultimately, I think he's really fun. Get it? Ultimately? Yeah. Anyways, I'm landing with my friend here, Danad, who's playing Cassiopeia, who I'm a big fan of. She's got great zoning capabilities, which makes her awesome to lane with his Garen. Garen's passive is also really, really good. Perseverance gives you pretty much all your health back if the enemies don't harass you at all. So,
minions have spawned.
Shaq and I trading some jests back and forth. A lot of Garens will pick up their Judgment first at level 1, which is obviously Garen's spin. I actually prefer the Q a lot more than Judgment, just because the speed boost. Plus, I mean, you look, my one strike of it deals almost like 150 damage, so... Plus it silences them, so if you're against a caster, they don't have much of a chance to retaliate against you. Sorry. At this time, I think the people we're laning against in bottom lane are helping their jungler Leash. Yeah, they're helping Tryndamere Leash. You can see here already Cassiopeia has started to zone the enemies for me a bit. She waits in the bush right here, and then just throws down her snakes whenever she can to try and harass them and deal as much damage to them as they can. Even though she hasn't actually landed one yet, you can see how effective it is at keeping them at bay and away from her. In the meantime, I'm just down here taking last hits. Cassiopeia being so nice letting me have them. At level 2 I pick up Judgment, obviously because, you know, Garen's spin is so important. For runes, I am running attack damage marks, armor seals, magic resist glyphs, and health quintessences. Mastery pages is far enough in utility to get the move speed, and then the rest in defensive. The move speed is really important for Garen because obviously you're melee, and your only real like gap closer is your Q, and it makes you run faster. It doesn't actually like put you in their face. So I found that a little bit of run speed is useful. I start with Dorn's Blade on Garen. I will occasionally grab boots depending on what my lane comp is going to be. I mean, you can kind of do what you want. I think that really boots or Dorn's Blade is the way to go. I play like a very aggressive Garen with a pretty high attack damage to him. So my actual build order is Dorn's Blade, and then boots at some point, 2 more Dorn's Blades, Brutalizer, Giant Spell, which gives you a lot of attack damage, a lot of health, and then the Brutalizer helps give you some armor pen. All those things combined mean that your Judgment is going to deal a lot of damage, which I will show you guys later. I'm going to go ahead and speed up some of this footage since it's primarily them getting zoned really hard and me just farming with my friend here. Boy, they're just level back to the tower level 2. Dang, Kali might actually be level 1. Gameplank's 2. No, Kali's 2 as well. I mean, you can see we're twice their level now. Gameplank just hit 3. Cassiopeia does a great job of zoning. And even though she's getting really low, they know they can't really come in because I'm right here, so if they try and kill her, I'm just going to cut them in half. Also, pay attention to Sakali because she is very humorous later on in this game. You see, she's kind of trying to work her way down to my Cassiopeia, thinking maybe she's going to kill her, but I'm not going to have any of that. My Cassiopeia burn splash there, probably not needed, but better than getting burst down. I mean, she is pretty low. Like, 2 good attacks and an ignite would have left her dead, so... Still no first blood yet, so that's coming up at some point. There it is. 8 Hoops is another friend of mine, taking Grog's mid against LeBlanc. If you're playing Garen, prioritize leveling Judgment because your spin is your primary damage output. So the more levels you get in, the more damage you're going to deal with it. You can see how much damage I'm doing to Akali here. Unfortunately, she flashes under the tower, and I get exhausted, so chasing wasn't probably the right way to go. She did not see that one coming. That whole flash Q combo is one of my favorite things to do as Garen. I know a lot of Garens run Ignite for the purpose of finishing people, but I think Flash is so much better. I mean, honestly, many times as Garen, like, the only thing to keep you from killing people is just the gap between you and them, really. So, Flash really helps you to negate that. There I took a ton of tower hits. I really shouldn't have. That was a bad play on my part, but now I'm going to go ahead and back off since I do have a jungler who could potentially come get me. You can see my build down here. I picked up 3 Doran's Blades, boots, and some health pots, which ends up giving me quite a bit of attack damage, a lot of bonus health, and obviously move speed. That damage actually comes in very handy with Garen's overall scaling. I mean, you can see our Judgment has 42 additional damage on it. My Decisive Strike has 144 additional damage on it, so already my damage output is getting very high for my level. Here I'm kind of trying to play aggressive, but I don't want to get exactly murdered. I go for the Gangplank, and he actually goes down thanks to Cassiopeia. I take a few hits, but luckily I'm tanky enough to not get killed immediately. You can see right there, a large part of playing Garen successfully is just being really aggressive and realizing that you can take a lot of punishment and still come out on top along with dealing a lot of damage. I mean, that Gangplank was at practically full health. Oh, turned to stone and shattered to pieces. Poor Akali, didn't even see it coming. At this point, me and my friend were laughing pretty hard because that poor Akali didn't have a chance to do anything. I mean, the Cassiopeia all came out of nowhere, turned to stone, and then I popped out and she was gone. There, I took tower for a few hits so that we can get that down and get our team some extra gold. Something also really important if you're going to be playing Garen, make sure once you pick up your courage that you try and get 40 last hits as soon as you possibly can. Because once you pick up courage, every creep kill you get gives you half of 1 armor and a magic resist. So it's really important to get those first 40 as fast as you can so that you have your 20 extra armor and magic resist as early in the game as you possibly can. You can see here I already have 65 armor and 67 magic resist, and courage is only stacked at 8.5. You'll be surprised how much damage extra 20 in each of those will really cut down on people. The other thing to remember if you're playing Garen, if you're going under towers, make sure as soon as the towers persist you pop courage, because courage is going to reduce all damage taken by 20%, even at level 1. So it makes tower diving at low levels very easy. I get Boots of Swiftness on Garen because, like I was saying earlier, move speed is very important on him, and honestly, not other boots are that great. You could get cooldown, I suppose, maybe attack speed or something like that. Merc Tread if they have a lot of CC, but